get started with the questions on the screen, remember the instruction that we've been given is to simplify, right? I just want to check. I want to check who was listening last week Wednesday. Whenever you are given a sums to do, what is rule number one? What's the first thing we must always do? Who remembers? I want to see who remembers, because we had a big to-do about it. Yes, Omi, beautiful. Omi, you're actually DMing me, but you're 100% correct. Okay, well done, Khulani. That's it, Nonka. Beautiful Ziketelo. We always read the question. Number one, read the question. Beautiful stuff. Oh, I'm glad. I can hear that the minds were switched on. They were switched on. I love it. All right. Okay, excellent. So we're going to simplify. This instruction says simplify. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. And I'm going to try and go a little bit faster through these because that's not actually what we're doing today. Today we're factorizing. All right, so I'm going to start by doing FOIL. So I'm going to do first outer. Oh my goodness, Sammy, you are drawing on my screen. What is going on? Let me check my okay, I just need to remove all of these things so that Sammy isn't actually drawing on my screen anymore. Okay. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I've tried to change the settings and for some reason it just doesn't go away. It's okay. It's okay. I don't think it's your fault. I will check my settings again once we're done here. No stress. No stress. Hi, Tyler. Welcome. All right. Okay, let's start with FOIL. First, outer, inner, last. So I'm going to do first and outer, a squared minus ab. And then I'm going to do inner, last. I'm going to get plus ab minus b squared. And I see Khulani has already given us the answer to this one, which is excellent. So I know that negative ab plus ab will cancel each other out. And the final answer I will get here is a squared minus b squared. Well done, Khulani. Not even an issue at all. Okay, now we do this next one over here. Now, the reason why in my class we don't call this FOIL, we call this top, top, bottom, bottom, is that once we have 3 terms in our last bracket, we're no longer going to be able to do FOIL because what do we call it? Formil, first, outer, middle, inner, last. It doesn't make sense. So we call it a top, top, bottom, bottom. So we can just go top, 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 bottom, bottom, bottom. That's what we do. All right. We call it FLM. Okay. First, last, middle. Okay. It is indeed the sum of cubes, Shilani, and I feel like you've already jumped into my Wednesday lesson because that's actually what we're going to be doing on Wednesday. All right, so if I multiply out here, I'm going to get x cubed plus x squared plus x, and then I'm going to do the bottom, I'm going to get minus x squared minus x minus 1, and I'm going to notice that x squared minus x squared is 0, and x minus x is also 0. So I'm actually left here with x cubed minus 1. All right, and I'm going to ask again. I know you guys probably know. When we look at this last question over here, when I see a bracket like that squared, what does that tell me to do? Open it up. Somebody's saying open it up. I need it to be a little bit more specific, not just open it up. Yes, correct. That's a Zeketolo. We need to rewrite it twice. Correct. So we're going to have to take this bracket and rewrite it twice. So I'm going to go xy minus p squared q, rewrite it, xy minus p squared q, and we're back to the top. We're foiling again. We're going to do first, outer, inner, last. FOIL. All right, and I'm going to try and go a little bit faster with this because I know that you guys know how to do this. All right, so xy multiplied by xy will give me x squared, y squared. Xy times negative pq squared will give me negative p squared q xy. And then we're going to do the bottom. Negative p squared q times xy is also going to give me p squared q xy. And then negative p squared q times negative p squared q will give us plus, let me make some space, plus p to the power of 4q squared. Yes, thank you, Abu. I'm glad we like them. All right, now these two middle terms aren't going to cancel out because they're both the same thing. They're the same thing twice. Right, so this is the same as me. Oh, no. And my thing is stuck now. Okay, let me try and unplug and then plug it back in and see if it works. Oh, no, it's not working. All right, I'm going to have to see what to do here. Back. Yes, it is. Oh, well done. Sure, Emmanuel, well done. That was, yes, absolutely. That is the correct answer. I was about to say, because these are both negative, that's actually -1 and -1. So they're like terms, so we can add them. So we're going to get x squared, y squared. -1 minus 1 will give us -2 p squared qxy. That's a squared. Plus p to the power 4q squared. Well done, Emmanuel. Excellent stuff. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All right. I hope we're all good. Okay, I hope we're all good with this. Give me a thumbs up, guys. Are we okay with simplify? Are we okay with simplify? Excellent. Well done, Zaketelo. That's it. Beautiful. All right, let's get into today's lesson. Tabs ump. Yeah, Abu, your spelling is giving me life. I love it. All right, let's get into today's lesson. Today, we're going to be talking about factorization. Okay, now, before I show you guys factorization, let's all pop in the chat. What different types of ways do we get that we can factorize? What ways do we know? Tell me in the chat. Good. Abu says grouping. Good. Grouping. Good. Common factor. I like that one. Yes, Emmanuel, highest common factor, not just common factor. Okay, I saw trinomials. I saw dots. Excellent. Dots. Difference of two squares. Yes, Emmanuel, that would be dots. Dots stands for difference of two squares. Excellent. Okay. LCD. Yes, Fulani, we can say LCD, but LCD is more for when we do algebraic expressions. Zaketelo, you're definitely onto something with sign change, but that's actually called common bracket. It's called the common bracket, and that's when we do the sign change. And we're going to get to that in just a bit. All right. And in grade 10, we don't just stop here. We're going to add one more. We are going to add in there the sum and difference of cubes. That's something that we're going to be learning about in grade 10. All right. All of these apply. Correct. Quadratic trinomials. Tristan, I love how you said quadratic trinomials. I'm going to show you guys an example of why they have to be specifically quadratic, because you're 100% onto something. All right. Good. All right. It's okay. It's okay. That's why I'm here, Abu. I'm here to remind you guys. All right. Excellent. Okay, let's get into it. Just a show of hands, or not even a show of hands. Just give me a no or a yes in the chat. Would you guys like me to go through HCF? Yes or no? Yes, if you still struggle. No, if you're okay with HCF. Zaketelo says no. Abu says no. Khulani says no. Andrea says no. Omi says yes, please. Okay, we're going to go through it. Don't even stress. Okay, we're going to go through it. Tristan also says yes. Perfect. Hi, Princess. Welcome. Okay, excellent. We're going to go through it. Right. Now, I want us to note, here is the first thing we're going to note, grade 10s, that HCF is our default setting. This is our default setting. Who knows what a default setting is? Not really in maths, but just in general. Who knows what a default setting is? Anybody? Somebody? It's the first step. Ooh, Abu, I like that. I like that. It's the first step. Correct. First option. Oh, just mwah, 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 mwah. Roses all around. You guys are amazing. Now, if you've ever bought a phone, when you open it, you know, like when it has the screensaver, and the screensaver is still Vodacom, and there are no apps installed, and it's just like bare minimum on it, like no TikTok, no Instagram, nothing on there, right? Oh, Abu's got money. I don't know about an iPhone Pro. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. Yeah, so when you buy a brand new phone, guys, it comes with nothing on it. It's the first thing that you see on your phone, that Vodacom, that empty screen. HCF tells me that that is the first thing. It is always the first thing we need to check for. We always check for highest common factor first. So I'm going to ask you all, pop your answer in the chat. Let me erase because I can't help you guys cheat. Okay, I'm erasing everything. What is our default setting? What is our default setting? Hi, Princess, no worries. Ah, beautiful. That's it. Our default setting is HCF. All right, let's delve a little bit into HCF. I know that some of you guys already know the answers. I'm going to go ask you guys to just hold back so that the people who've asked me to explain HCF can get a chance to actually get it. Okay, so just give them a chance to get there. All right, if I say to you guys, I've got 4x minus 8, right? I know I've got two terms, and they do have an HCF. They do. They have a highest common factor. Let's think of the number that can go both into 4x and into 8. What is that number going to be? Correct, and Danae. That's it, Tyler. Beautiful, Kulani. Remember, okay, I can see somebody making this mistake. Them saying 2 goes into both 4 and into 8. Right. Now, that is correct. You're not wrong. 2, I can take 2 out as a common factor. I can. But is it the highest common factor? Is it the highest? Is it the highest common factor between these two numbers? No, it's not. So the idea behind HCF is that it must always be the highest common factor, the highest number, or the highest exponent. All right, so we need to make sure we take out the highest number. In this case, it's going to be 4, right? So when we do HCF, here's what we need to do. Whatever number we've taken out, guys, we now need to take every single one of our terms and divide by it. We're going to divide both of these by 4. Now, if I have 4x divided by 4, I know that 4 divided by 4 is going to give us 1. What do I actually have left over here? What do I have left in that first part? Abu, you are spot on. Good, Omi, that's it. We've got x, right? And then I've got minus 8 divided by 4. Negative 8 divided by 4, what's that going to give us? Not just 2, Omi, be very careful. Negative 8 divided by 4 will give us negative 2. All right, don't forget the negative, because sometimes we might take a negative out, and it's very important that we get the correct answer. All right, good. That's it. Well done. Okay, excellent. Let's try another one. Let's do this. 5x squared minus 10x. Now they've got more than one thing in common. Let's start with the numbers. What is the highest common factor between these two numbers? Just the number, Tyler. Thank you, Tulani. That's Ndine. Just the number. We know that the number is going to be 5. Right. Now, if we think about this, x and x squared, what is the highest common factor? I know that our first instinct is to go x squared because squared is the highest. But remember, whatever we take out must be able to go into both x and into x squared. So what we're going to have to take out is always the x, or the variable with the smallest exponent. The one with the smallest exponent, because then the smallest number or the smallest variable can go into it. So we're going to take out x. We're going to take out 5x. All right, now, again, I'm going to open brackets, and then I'm going to take my common factor, my highest common factor, and I'm going to divide by it both. I'm going to divide here by 5x, and I'm going to divide here by 5x. Right. Now, again, I'm going to get 5 divided by 5. That's going to give us 1. What is x squared divided by x? Correct. Abu and Khulani, you guys are like flying with these answers. Well done, Omi. That's it. That's Zeketelo. Good. So this leaves us with just x. Now over here, I've got negative 10 divided by 5. What's that going to give me? Negative 10 divided by 5? Beautiful, Abu. Yo, Abu and Fulani, you guys are on fire. Tyler, whew, well done. Absolutely, it's negative 2. Negative 2. Now, what do we get if I go x divided by x? What do we know about x divided by x? What happens there? Correct, it cancels. But does it really cancel? Can we just say it cancels, ma'am? And then do they disappear? Do the x's just disappear? No, they don't. Let's think about it this way, because I want everybody to be here with me. Okay, if I asked you guys, what is 5 divided by 5? What would we say? 5 divided by 5? 1. Good. What is 3 divided by 3? 1, right? We're all together. What is 17 divided by 17? 1. We're always going to get 1. 1, yeah, I can see you guys, the chat is going insane. Just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Correct. So that only goes to say that if I have the same number in the numerator and the same number in the denominator, that means my answer is going to be 1. That means x divided by x must give us what? 1. Correct. It must give us 1. All right. Now, if I know that 10 divided by 5 gives us 2, or negative 10 divided by 5 gives us negative 2, and x divided by x gives us 1, that's the same thing as negative 2 times 1. That's just going to give us negative 2. And that's why we say that it cancels. It does. It cancels, but it doesn't mean it's gone. It's just multiplying something by 1. All right. Give me a thumbs up if what ma'am has just explained makes sense. Are you guys with me here? Beautiful. Excellent stuff. All right. I want to make sure we're all on the same page. Beautiful. Good. So it doesn't actually disappear. It's still there. It's just we've taken the 1 and multiplied it with the negative 2, and it's still given us negative 2. Let's try another one. Here's another one. 6x to the power of 5 minus 12x to the power of 3. Let's start with the numbers. What is my highest common factor when it comes to my numbers? Good. My highest common factor is going to be 6. Excellent. It's going to be 6. Now, let's look at our exponents. Let's look at our variables. Which variable are we going to take out here? Right. Remember, that's it. Oh, me. Yes. Yes. 100%. Well done, my sweetie. Good. We're going to take out the variable with the smallest exponent, because then it can go into each of them. So we're going to go x cubed. That's what we're going to take out. Then we're going to do this. 6x cubed, 6x cubed. We're going to divide by both. All right. Now let's go ahead and divide. We know that 6 divided by 6 will give us 1, but we don't have to write it, remember, because technically it cancels and our answer is going to be divided by, oh, not divided, multiplied by 1, right? And then I'm going to get x to the power of 5 divided by x to the power of 3. I know that like bases being divided, we're going to keep our base x and we're going to subtract exponents. So 5 minus 3 will give us 2, x squared. Minus, what do we notice over here? Negative 12 divided by 6 will give us 2. And then what do we notice about x cubed and x cubed? They're going to cancel, but we know that they don't actually cancel. They're going to give us 1. And then 1 multiplied by negative 2 is going to give us negative 2. Give me a thumbs up. Are we all okay with highest common factor? Are we all good? Excellent. Good stuff, guys. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep going. We're going to then talk about dots. Dots comes next, or the difference of two squares. All right. Now, I'm going to ask a bunch of questions. I hope you guys can follow me here, because if everything doesn't meet the criteria for dots, it's not actually dots. Now, we know that dots stands for difference of two squares. Let's start with the word difference. What does difference mean in mathematics? What does the word difference mean in math? Correct, Timoloho, 100%. It means minus, or it means subtract. Correct. So difference means minus. It means minus, right? Now, we know that in order for this to be dots, we need to have a difference. There must be a minus somewhere. Now, the 2 in dots tells me that I need to make sure I have exactly 2 terms. Okay, I must have 2 terms. It's tentative because we're getting there. All right, we're going to get there because in grade 10, it's not quite as easy, right? And then the squares part of it tells me that I need to have 2 numbers that are, or 2 terms that are perfect squares. Correct, Abu. That's it. Perfect squares. All right, we need to get perfect squares. So let me ask this question. I'm going to ask a series of yes or no questions. I want you guys to answer these for me. If I gave you x squared minus 10, can I factorize using dots? Yes or no? Amina says yes. Yulani says no. Abu says no. Emmanuel knows. Zeketela no. Princess no. For those of you who say no, why? Why do you say no? And Danae says yes. Ah, that's it, Abu. Exactly. Because 10 is not a perfect square. 10 is not a perfect square. So technically, we cannot do this. So this is a no. We can't do that. What if I said x squared minus 16? Can I factorize this using dots? Yes, absolutely. It meets all my criteria. There is a difference because there's a minus. There are 2 terms, 1, 2, and both of them are perfect squares. I know that 16 is the same as 4 squared. And I know that x squared is the same as x times x. That is a perfect square. It is x squared. All right. Correct, Abu. Well done. All right. So yes, in this case, we can factorize this using dots. What if I said x squared plus 100? Yes or no? Abu says yes. Khulani says yes. I'm getting no. Okay, I got 1 no and I got yes. Okay, for those of you who say yes, tell me why. And Zeketela's just realized her mistake. Zeketela's just picked up on her mistake. For those of you who say yes, okay, Abu says 10 times 10 is 100. You're completely correct. This is a perfect square and x squared is a perfect square. Does this meet our criteria? That's it, Tyler. No, it doesn't, because the difference means that we must have a negative. Do we have a negative here? No, we don't. So this does not count as the difference of 2 squares. Okay, so we need to be very careful, guys. We need to be very, very careful. Well done, Siketelo. Well done, Tyler. Beautiful for picking up on the mistake. We cannot do a difference of 2 squares unless there's a minus. There must be a minus in between. Let's do another one. Here's another one. What about 4x squared minus 9? Can we use dots here? Yes or no? Okay, I see many of you saying yes. Tyler says no. Many of us are saying yes. For those of you who say yes, why? Explain to me why. Which part isn't a squared number? Tyler? Abu's got the right idea. Absolutely. Right, let's think about this. Is 9 a perfect square? Yes or no? Emmanuel says yes. Think about it. Think about it, Tyler. Can I think of a number when multiplied by itself will give me 9? Can I think of a number? Yes, I can. Yes, absolutely I can. It's 3 squared. Right. Yes, correct. It's 3 squared. What about this side? What about this side? What about 4x squared? Think about 4. We already know that the x squared 100% can be written as a difference of 2 squares. Correct. But the 4 can also be written as 2 squared. So do I have perfect squares everywhere? Yes. So this one definitely meets my criteria. It does. Okay. Now, let's challenge you a little bit. I can never do that. I wanna be one of those people who can go, but it's not working. I have to do it with my mouth. All right. Here's another question. Here. 8x squared minus 50. Can I do dots here? Bonus points to the person who can figure it out. Okay, I'm seeing no. Somebody's like, but it's hard. Who said that? Oh, Abu. Okay, everybody's saying no. Abu says it's cubes, maybe. Okay, Tyler says 8 isn't a perfect square and 50 isn't a perfect square. You are correct. Abu, you legend, you guys. What is our default setting? What is our default setting? Tell me in the chat, everyone. What is our default setting? Yes, Emmanuel. Yes, Fulani. Beautiful. It is HCF. All right, correct, Emmanuel. We can take 2 out as the HCF. Right, now let's see what happens if we take 2 out as the highest common factor. Let's take 2 out, guys. So we're going to divide by 2, divide by 2. What is 8x squared divided by 2? That's going to give me 4x squared. And then negative 50 divided by 2 will give me negative 25. What do I notice on the inside now? What do I notice? What do I notice on the inside? I notice perfect squares, that's it. Therefore, this is dots. Okay, and I'm always going to try and catch you out, guys. Don't think I'm not. I'm continuously going to try and catch you out. I'm going to ask one last time. What is our default setting? What is our default setting? That's it, Abu. That's it, Nonka. Guys, never, ever forget. Our default setting, HCF. We always start there. All right. Excellent. Let's get to business. All right. That is the difference of 2 squares. Let's talk about how to actually factorize the difference of 2 squares. Now, if I give you x squared minus 1, is this the difference of 2 squares, yes or no? Yes, correct, because 1 is a perfect square. Emmanuel, don't get it twisted. 1 is a perfect square because 1 squared is just going to give us 1. So 1 is a perfect square. Yeah. All right, so we need to be very careful about that. Now, what I'm going to do next, in order to show that this is dots, I'm going to open 2 brackets, right? In one of the brackets, I'm going to put a minus, and I'm going to put a plus. And then what we're going to do is we're going to square root both sides. I'm going to square root x squared, and I'm going to square root 1. Now, I know that the square root of x squared will give me x, so I'm going to put an x here, and I'm going to put an x here. And then I know that the square root of 1 is just 1, so I'm going to put a 1 here and a 1 there. And that's how we factorize dots. All right, can I give you guys another one to try on your own? Here's another one. X squared minus 25. I want you guys to use dots to factorize this. Those of you who are fast fingers, DM me. Let's give everybody a chance to answer the questions themselves. Ndine, Abu, Fulani, I know that you guys have the correct answer. You guys are super fast. Tyler, you too. DM me so that I can check your answer. Okay, so that everybody can have a chance to process the answer before you steal it from their brain. Well done, Tyler. Well done, Abu. I see you. Okay, everybody else, if you're still confused, pop your answer in the chat anyway. Let's see. Let's see what your answer comes out as. You'll be surprised. Well done, Emmanuel. That's it. Beautiful princess. That's it, Khulani. Excellent. That's it, Simolo. Yo, you guys are super, super fast. Super fast. Yes, that's it, Lerato. Well done, Tiniko. Excellent. All right, we know we're going to open up two brackets. We're going to open up two brackets. One of them is going to have a minus, and the other one is going to have a plus. And then we're going to take the square root and the square root. We know that the square root of x squared is x and x, and the square root of 25 is 5. So I'm going to put 5 and 5. Well done, Omi, Ziketelo. You guys are amazing. Well done. Let's step it up a notch. Let's step it up a notch. Let's go 16x squared minus 25. DM me. Make sure, guys, make sure that you're DMing me. Well done, Abu. Yo, Abu's guys, Abu, I feel like you need to go into tech or some sort of IT something. You've got the fastest fingers I've ever seen, dude. Just like, and your answers are there. Well done, dude. Well done. That's it, Hulani. Yeah, Tyler, you've given me an equal sign, but I know where I can see that. I can see that. Yes, I see it. Well done, Emmanuel. That's it. That's it, Princess. Oh, man, you guys are amazing. Well done, Andrea. That's it, Amina. Well done. Well done, Ziketelo. I hope we're all together. Good. We know that when we have a difference of two squares, we're going to open two brackets. One is going to be a minus, one is going to be a plus. And then we're going to take the square root and the square root. The square root of 16x squared is going to give me, I know that the square root of 16 is 4, and of x squared is x. So 4x and 4x. And then the square root of 25 is going to give me 5. Well done, Larato. That's it. 5 and 5. Okay. All right. Well done. Yeah. Well done to all of you. You guys are amazing. Okay. Let's keep it up. Can I challenge you guys? Can I challenge you guys a little bit? Can I do that? Tell me in the chat. Are we all good? Yes. Can I challenge you? Absolutely. Let's go for it. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go x plus 1 all squared minus 4. Ooh. Ooh. And then everybody's like, Ish, why did we say ma'am must challenge us? Look now what's happened. Why did we say yes, ma'am? Anybody got any idea? Any brave soul? Yes, Tristan. Tristan, you can either unmute or you can just pop it in the chat, my dude. Tell me what we're going to do. Okay, Abu, you are almost there. Khulani says we start with the bracket, so we need to expand. No, not quite, Omi, not quite. Emmanuel says foil, but I want you guys to remember, we said that the first thing we must always do, is read the question. And the question or the instruction says factorize. So I can't foil. I cannot foil. I can't foil. Because my instruction says factorize. And factorize isn't, if we're foiling, that's the same as simplifying. We don't want to simplify. We want to factorize. And Lerato, you legend. Oh, Lerato is so cool. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, this is difficult, right? I'm going to teach you guys the K method. Let's talk about the K method a little bit. As soon as we see something in brackets all squared, we're going to do this. We're going to go, yes, Tristan, of course you can. Yes, you can. Okay, you can tell me what to write and then we can go from there. Unless you want to unmute and tell us. If you don't want to unmute, that's fine too. Okay. So tell me what to write. Tristan is going to tell me what to write here. Okay. Should I give you a second? Should I give you a minute? Lerato, you are spot on, my darling. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. As soon as we see something in brackets like that, we're going to go let k equal, and then I'm going to make k equal to the thing in the brackets. I'm going to make it equal to x plus 1. All right. Tell me, dude. Tell me. Right, if you can write it out in the chat, tell me. If you can unmute and speak to me, that's perfectly fine as well. I'm happy with either of those options. Okay. We're going to have to move a little bit faster, dude. I still need to get through trinomials. Okay. Okay. Tristan, how about I do this one? Okay, let me do this one just for the sake of time. Okay, but maybe DM me your answer so I can see what your answer looks like. Okay. Not quite, Amina. It is actually dots. I'm going to show you what I mean. All right. So here's what we're going to do, guys. Wherever we see x plus 1, we're going to replace x plus 1 with k, which means this x plus 1 that we have over here, I'm going to replace it with k. I'm going to replace it with k. Correct. Well done, Tristan. That's it. 100% on point, except one of your 2's must be positive and the other must be negative. All right, so I'm then going to get k, but because this whole bracket is squared, I'm going to get k squared minus 4. Does this look familiar? Correct, Ziketelo, that's it. Does this look familiar? K squared minus 4? What does that look like? What kind of factorization are we looking at there? Think about it, Tyler. I've just replaced x with k. That's the same as x squared minus 4. Can we factorize that? It is, it's dots. It's dots. It's dots. So let's do dots with this part, with the k squared minus 4. I'm then going to open 2 brackets. I know that one of them will be minus and the other one will be plus. And then I'm going to square root that part, and I'm going to square root that part. So I'm then going to get k and k. And over here, I'm going to get 2 and 2. Give me a thumbs up. Do you guys understand what ma'am has done here? Do we understand that if I replace this with k, it becomes dots? Yes? Are we all okay with that? Yeah? Okay. But remember, guys, my answer didn't come, or my question didn't come with a k in it. What was k equal to? What did we say k is equal to? Well done, Abu. I'm glad I could teach you something new. K was equal to x plus 1. Good. So we're now going to go back and put the x plus 1 back in. So we're going to open big brackets, open small brackets. X plus 1. I'm just replacing k with x plus 1. Minus 2, close brackets. And then I'm going to open a big bracket and a small bracket. And I'm going to replace k with x plus 1 plus 2. All right. Give me a thumbs up. Did ma'am just blow your mind or what? Man, I mean, even if I have to riz myself, like Lerato and Tristan, you guys are amazing. You guys are like top notch. But I'm glad I'm just like, ooh, mind blown. I want you guys to try one yourselves. All right. Let's try another one. I want you guys to try it. Remember, as soon as we see a bracket squared, let k. K. As soon as we see a bracket squared, let k. Here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go 2x minus 1 all squared minus 36. Right. What's our first move? What's the first move, guys? We're going to say, what are we going to say? I'm going to start by going let what? That's it, Emmanuel. Beautiful. We're going to say let k equal, and then we're going to make that equal to the thing in the bracket. All right, so I'm going to open brackets, and I'm going to go 2x minus 1 all squared. Oh, no, not squared. I'm lying, not squared. I lie. Just 2x minus 1. Then we're going to go back and we're going to replace wherever we see 2x minus 1, we're going to replace it with k. So what is my next line going to be? Well done, Abu. You're finally getting it. That's it. My next line is then going to read k squared minus 36. What do I notice this as? That is what? What kind of factorization are we looking at there? It's easy enough. That's it. Correct. We're looking at dots, guys. So let's go ahead and do dots. I know that I'm going to open up two brackets. And I'm going to put a minus and a plus, and then I'm going to square that one and square that one. Right, square root of k squared is just going to give me k, and then the square root of 36 is going to give me 6 and 6. Am I done? No, I'm not done, because my original question did not have k in it. So now I have to go back. I need to replace k. That's it, Abu. Correct. We need to replace k. So I'm going to go open big brackets, open small brackets. 2x minus 1 minus 6. Oh, Amina. Woo! Well done. That's it. Amazing. And then open another bracket, open a small bracket. 2x minus 1 plus 6. Guys, I mean, I didn't really want to say this myself, but I am kind of the coolest teacher you guys are going to meet in a while. I'm just going to put that out there. I mean, All right. Can we try another one? Do we want to try another one? Yes? Let's try another. Let's try another. I'm going to be quiet this time. I want you guys to put your all into it. Oh, no worries. No worries, Tyler. Tyler, are you okay to unmute? Would you like to speak to me? Because I don't want to leave you behind. Okay. I want us to take this slowly and work through it together. For those of you who are with me, go ahead and do it. But I want to see if you're still stuck, follow with me. I'm going to go x minus 3 all squared minus 25. All right. For those of you who know what to do, go ahead and do it. Tyler, you and I, we're gonna talk in the chat. For any of you who've already made it to the end, please DM me. Do not write it in the chat. But Tyler, what is our first step? What are we going to do here? That's okay if you don't want to unmute. Just tell me in the chat. What do we do first? Well done, Abu. Correct. Not just x, my sweetie. We need to replace the whole bracket. Okay. Okay, replace the whole bracket, my sweetie. Okay, so we're going to say, let k equal, tell me in the chat, Tyler, what am I going to let k equal to? Well done, Fulani, that's it. Correct, Nico, but you're not done. Tyler, tell me. Look at what's in the bracket. Look at what's in the bracket, my sweetie. Remember, we're going to replace k with the whole bracket. What's in the bracket? Well done, Larato. Correct, x minus 3. So we're going to say let k equal x minus 3. All right. So that means wherever we see x minus 3, we're going to replace it with k. So this x minus 3 is going to be replaced with k. All right. Shoo, Abu, you're killing it. Well done. Okay, so we're going to go equals. What's going to happen to this whole x minus 3 squared minus 25? Tyler, can you tell it? Can you tell us? Denico, you still need to replace k. Remember to take k and replace it with what it actually was. Okay. Tyler, what am I going to get over here, my sweetie? What am I going to get? If I replace this whole part over here with k, what am I going to have left? I'm going to get k to the power of 2, correct, minus 25. And I know that you can actually factorize this one. Yes? Omi, you're correct. You've just given me a +6 at the end instead of a +5. Just double check that for me, my sweetie. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. All right. And I'm sure this you can factorize for me. Yes, Tyler? Can you do that for me? No worries, my sweetie. No worries, Omi. Keep going. That's it. Beautiful. That's it. We're going to go k plus 5 and k minus 5. But did my original question actually have k in it? No, it didn't. It didn't have k in it. It had x minus 3, where the k is. So we're going to go back and we're going to replace k with x minus 3. All right. So we're going to open big brackets and we're going to open brackets and we're going to go x minus 3 all squared plus 5, close brackets, and then open brackets, and then another one, x minus 3. Oh, what did I say? All squared. Why am I lying? There's no all squared. X minus 3 minus 5, close bracket. All right. Are you with me, Tyler? Is ma'am making sense? Oh, look at what I've done now. Beautiful. Excellent. That's all I want. I know. Yes, you did. You weren't supposed to see it, but I know that you saw it, Abu. All right. Beautiful. All right. You're very welcome, my sweetie. Keep asking questions. That's exactly what I want. All right. Let's look at number 2 quickly. All right. We're all in agreement. We can already see that there's a squared. So we're going to say let k equal the thing in the brackets. I'm going to get x minus 6. Now, be very careful, guys. In front of my x minus 6, there's a 4. So this then becomes 4k all squared minus 100. Bonus points for who can notice what's wrong. What's wrong? Some of you guys went ahead and did this. Square root. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Why is ma'am saying it's wrong? What is our default setting? What is our default setting? Default setting. Yeah, that's it. HCF. What is our HCF, guys? What is our HCF here? Not 2, Emmanuel. Check again. That's it. Abu. Beautiful, Tyler. That's it. Our HCF is 4. So take the 4 out first. Take 4 out first. Then what are we going to get left in the bracket? Remember, we're going to divide this part by 4. We're going to divide that part by 4. So we're going to end up with k squared minus 25. And then we're going to notice again, this is dots. It's dot. Well done, Theo. That's it. It's dots. So we're going to open 2 brackets. Open 2 brackets. Make one a minus, a plus. Even if you do plus minus, guys, your answer is not wrong. Okay, then I'm going to go k minus 5, k plus 5. Amina, where have I lost you, my sweetie? Tell me where I've lost you. I don't want to leave you behind. Okay, remember, Amina, what is our default setting? The default setting is always HCF, right? So if we look over here, let's look over here, my sweetie. I'm sorry, guys, I'm gonna erase. For those of you who know what to do, keep going. All right. Okay. Look at what we've got over here, Amina. Look at what we've got over here. When we factorize, what is the first thing we always need to look for? An HCF. What is the HCF in these two? Well done, Abu. Well done. What is the HCF over here? Yes, the highest common factor of 100 is 4. It is. But remember, Amina, it's not just the highest common factor of 100. It needs to be a number that can go into 4 and into 100. Let's check what happens if I take 2 out, because I know that 4 and 100 are perfect square, are even numbers, Right. So if I take 2 out as a common factor, I'm going to end up with, I'm going to divide by 2, divide by 2. I'm going to end up with 2k squared minus 50. But I can still take out 2 again. Do you see that? Because they still have 2 in common, which means I'll have to take out another 2. All right, so we need to take out the highest common factor. So what is the highest common factor between 4 and 100? It has to be 4. Okay, give me a thumbs up, my sweetie, if you're okay with what I've said here. Are you okay with that idea? Are we good? All right, so I'm going to take out 4, and I'm going to take out 4. Okay, so if we take 4 out as a highest common factor, correct, Amina. Yes, 100%. It's the highest number that we can take out from both of them without a remainder. All right, so that's going to give us k squared minus 25. And then I noticed that k squared minus 25 is dots. We're back to dots again. So I'm going to go 4, and then I'm going to open 2 brackets, and then I can factorize this, a negative and a positive. I'm going to get k, and then the square root of 25 will give me 5 and 5. Okay, but remember, my original answer did not have k in it. My original answer had x minus 6 in it. So we now have to take that x minus 6, bring it back, and replace it. So I'm then going to have 4 on the outside, and then I'm going to open a big bracket, small bracket for k, x minus 6 minus 5, close the big bracket, open another big bracket, open a small bracket, x minus 6 plus 5, close big bracket. Okay. All right. That's where I'm going to end today's lesson. I don't think we can continue from here. It's going to get a little bit more complicated. But I'm going to ask again, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are we feeling about HCF and dots and the complicated dots with the let K? How are we feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? Beautiful, Abu. Well done, Kulani. That's it, Nonka. Well done, Andrea. Tyler's like, I'm still at a 6,5. That's fine, my sweetie. Remember, in maths, we don't say practice makes perfect. We say that practice makes permanent. So the more you do it, the easier it's going to get, and the more, like, it's just going to stick in your head, and it's never going to go away. Okay. Beautiful. Omi, my sweetie, tell me, how are we feeling about what we've just done? Ziketelo's at a 10. I love it. Well done, guys. I want to make sure that I don't leave anyone behind. Excellent, Omi. Well done. Danae at a 7 just means you need a bit of practice. All right, we're going to practice, guys. We're going to make sure we're practicing. Remember, this Wednesday, we're going to have a quiz. Okay, that's okay. Look, if you understand the math and you follow the steps, there should be no reason to doubt yourself. Can you factorize? Yes or no? Can you factorize, guys? Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And remember, most of the time, your maths teacher isn't interested in you knowing absolutely everything. At least that's not in my class. In my class, we're not interested in knowing everything. But I know for a fact that you all know something. Then you go, I don't particularly think they are. There is one where you can go straight to the answer without having to do the K method. Okay. Tyler, this is what they're going to do. Okay, Tyler's saying, ma'am, how will they ask dots in the exam? Okay, this is what they'll do. Okay, they'll just do this. The instruction will say factorize, which means you cannot FOIL. Remember, as soon as they say factorize, that means don't FOIL. And then they're just going to do this. 2x plus 3 all squared minus 16. Maybe they'll put a 9 there. Right. And then as soon as you see it and they're like, factorize, we're putting brackets in, but things are... As soon as you see something in brackets and they're like factorize and things are looking, yay. Just use K method anyway. Just use K method. Imagine if they did this. If the instruction said factorize And then they did this. They went x minus 2 cubed plus 8. We don't know what to do. We're just like, I don't know. So you immediately just go, let k. Just go ahead and use let k. Let k equals x minus 2. And then all of a sudden, you're going to find that this thing becomes a lot easier. It's going to become k cubed plus 8, which is something we're going to recognize when we do cubes. Okay, Emmanuel, it doesn't have to be k. We're so used to calling it k substitution. I could literally say, let m equal x minus 2. The only difference is this is just going to become m. Okay. Or you can say let a, yeah. As long as you don't say let x equal x minus 2. Like, no, let's not do that. Okay, don't use the same letter that they've used. Use a different letter. All right. I understand. I understand. Tenyuko saying, ma'am, do we have to, is there another method? I'm not sure. Maybe ask your teacher. It's the only one I've seen that is kind of useful. Okay, or at least at your grade. Skipping steps at your grade is going to be a little bit difficult in grade 10. Okay, maybe when you get to matric, you'll be able to skip steps and see things a lot easier. But in this case, I want us to learn the K method. That's the way I'm going to teach us. All right, Omi, my sweetie, what I need you to do is Google grade 10 mathematics paper 1, and then go to the government website. So go to DBE. It's called the DBE. So it would write dbe.org.za. And you'll find all the grade 10 papers that you can study, that you can practice with.